When it comes to marketing just for new lead generation, like you should be able to see an impact from that marketing pretty quickly, right?
I think it depends on how well you define your ideal customer profile, because they're leads and they're good leads, right? The more we can describe our ideal customer profile with sufficient granularity, the better we can target the types of messaging to fit that target audience profile. So if you're swimming in the bottom where it's very price dependent, then your options for differentiation are quite challenging and you're easily mistaken for others who are swimming in the same pond.
Should you choose a specific niche right away and only focus on that, turn away everything else? Or is it a better strategy to kind of cast a wide net at first and then see which customers you pick up based on who is it resonating with and then specialize into that later?
I think that's more of a business question than a marketing question. I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I'm very much a fan of niches because I think if you try to be all things to all people, you end up being nobody to nobody, right? You're
Right.
just vanilla. You're just, taupe. You're grey. You're in a sea of sameness. If you can differentiate yourself across a metric that your prospect sees value in, then I think you can make a real difference, a real noise, and create some kind of distinctiveness. Now, what that metric of differentiation is, don't know. And it would come out of doing customer research and speaking with customers, looking at your industry, looking at your competitors, so that we can find something that we can act upon, right? Marketing involves things like customer research, involves things like quantitative and qualitative analysis, like segmentation, like targeting, like positioning, like branding, like messaging, pricing, like distribution. But what we're doing is we're focusing on a tiny percentage of what marketing is. None of your promotion is going to work if you haven't done the strategy work up front, because you don't know who you're targeting, what they're going to be receptive to, the types of messages, the types of media, the types of channel. You're basically waving a wet finger in the air and hoping, right? Which doesn't seem to be a very professional or scientific way of actually getting people to buy whatever it is you're selling. Promotion is a tiny percentage of a tiny percentage of marketing. And not only do most people who call themselves marketers, I won't call them marketers because they're not worthy of the name. People who call themselves marketers think that's all marketing is, so that's all they do. But what's worse is the people who hired them also haven't got a freaking clue what marketing is. So they're hiring them for what they think marketing is. They've hired them for the 1/10 of the iceberg that's above the waterline.